As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White Smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Good news if you've been trying to get in touch with Voyager One. Yeah, I know that Voyager One launched in 1977, but it is an incredible machine. Currently 15 billion miles from Earth, well beyond the heliosphere. Well, recently, a communications blackout was triggered after a radio command sent by Earth to turn on the probe's heaters messed up. For some reason, the heating command activated a failsafe that shut off all non-essential functions to conserve power. One of those functions, the radio transmitter, So they tried the backup radio band. Now, if you want to get into radio band weeds, they've been using the X band, which takes 23 hours for a message to arrive. They switched back to the S band, which they hadn't used since 1981. Bruce Wagner is the Voyager Mission Assurance Manager and said the S-band signal is too weak to use long-term. So they sent some commands out, and everything restarted. Suzanne Dodd is Voyager's project manager and told CNN, "We never know for sure what's going to happen with the Voyagers, but it constantly amazes me when they just keep going." Good news for a 4-year-old girl who doctors said would never walk. She was diagnosed with Angelman syndrome, a genetic condition that causes severe physical and learning disabilities. Her parents were told to expect that her daughter wouldn't be able to walk. A year later, they received a call from doctors reporting that the child had been misdiagnosed. She actually had a similar but less severe disorder. Mom said seeing her take her first steps felt so good, like seeing all the work pay off. Having a physical therapist who believes in her and knows her potential has made a huge difference. We know the day is coming when we can confidently let her walk completely on her own. A new study from Penn State suggests that your attitudes about aging, whether positive or negative, can lead to that result. The Penn State team found that people who had positive expectations of aging tended to report less frequent cognitive problems. Nikki Hill is an associate professor and said aging expectations are malleable and influence an individual's perceptions of their cognitive functioning. Do people's perceptions of what they expect aging to be in the future affect the way they perceive their cognitive performance? Hill says if it does, then that gives us more clues about how to interpret people's reports of cognitive changes and potentially how to intervene earlier to support people to maximize their aging outcomes. It's a good episode for science on today's show. AI has successfully detected a woman's breast cancer after a routine scan evaluated by humans came back as normal. Sheila was given the all clear after her recent mammo. However, the place where she had her appointment was participating in research to see if AI could improve early detection, and it did. The AI spotted cancerous cells, which were undetectable by the human eye. They were able to find the cancer so early, she was able to have a lumpectomy and didn't need any further treatment. She says, being 68, this may have been my last mammogram, so any early cancer might have developed into invasive cancer in my 70s, so I'm deeply grateful for it to have been caught so early. White Smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition. As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years, and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can get this podcast completely ad-free right now. If you're on Apple, just click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening, and you'll get your first month free. If you use Spotify or other podcast players, go to calaroga.com/plus. It's just $5 a month, and you'll get access to over 20 premium shows with no interruptions. Binge listen to new series like the political thriller Acting President, Signal Lost, where military secrets land on the wrong phone, and Pager Protocol, the thriller about exploding pagers in the wrong hands. Plus, enjoy daily shows like Palace Intrigue about the royal family, daily comedy news, and 5 daily trivia questions to test your knowledge, and White Smoke, taking you behind the scenes at what's happening right now at the Vatican. You also get all our hot shows like 5 good news stories. Enjoy your favorite content without any ad breaks. Remember, Apple users click the uninterrupted listening banner for your free first month, and everyone else head to calaroga.com/plus. Get ad-free listening today.
Good news, we found your lost snake. You know, the one that's been out for 2 months. We found it at Chili's. I love these stories. A large python was found in the Chili's parking lot in North Carolina. Oh, it wasn't a random python. It was the one that the police department had been looking for 2 months. On social media, the police wrote, "We believe this may have been someone's pet and got loose." The police were right. It was Kristen's. She told the local TV, "This beautiful snake is my beautiful girl, Una. She's the best snake anyone could ever have, and I've been missing her deeply for the past 2 months. Seems like the snake had a bit of a rough outing." Kristen tells us she has rubs or burns on her, which I'm going to treat tonight with some iodine and polysporin, and she was very dehydrated. I had to give her a little bath with electrolytes in it, and she was just chugging water, but other than that, she's a happy girl. I just wanted chicken fingers. That's 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you enjoy my company, I host another podcast. It's called Daily Comedy News, 7 days a week. I talk about what's happening in the world of stand-up comedy. Think Sports Center, but for comedians, something like that. Have a great day.